Leadership, 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 success, success, success. Hi, my name is Jonathan Medina. I'm America's #1 youth motivator. I'm your teacher, I'm your coach, I'm your friend, and I'm your teammate. And today we're talking about leadership and success. And guess what, guys? It is National Gear Up Week. I'm so excited to be with you guys. I'm so grateful that La Vega High School has brought me in. Thank you so much to Carla Crow and all of Region 12 Gear Up College Career Success. Let's go. So guys, I want you to know that at the end of this, for one of you guys, for someone in Region 12 Gear Up, I'm going to be giving away $100 for watching at the end, for commenting, for liking, for participating. But I'm going to tell you all about how to win at the very end. So stay on in all the way to the end so I can show you exactly how to win. But you may be wondering, who is Jonathan Medina? And so normally if I was speaking at your school, someone like your principal or someone from Gear Up would introduce me. They'd say something like, Jonathan has spoken to over 1,000 schools at places such as Harvard, Texas A&M, and schools from New York City all the way over to Los Angeles. They might say something like, I reached over 1 million people. That's teachers, that's students, that's parents. That I was a Georgetown University football player. I was also a starter for 2 years. I've been featured on ESPN, NBC, ABC, Fox, and TED. It's a best-selling author. That's a new one with my new book, Student Leadership Playbook, which some of you guys are going to probably get copies of it. And I also broke the record at McDonald's for the most Happy Meals eaten in one day. So I would challenge you guys to get in the comments, make a guess, figure out, or take a guess, and I'm going to give a special bonus to someone who gets really, really close. So go ahead and go in the comments and take a guess. Now, before I was a best-selling author, before I was speaking all across the country, before I was doing leadership camps for things like Gear Up and other organizations, before all of that, it all started with a vision. 2020 was hyped up as the year of vision, and one of my favorite quotes, it says that without a vision, the people perish. And so I changed it up a little bit. I say without a vision, the students lose. And we want you guys to be college ready. We want you to be career ready. And it all starts with having a vision that you're going to be college ready, a vision that you're going to be career ready, a vision that you're going to be successful in life. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down the word vision, comment the word vision, write down on a sheet of paper the word vision, write it down in your heart, write it down in your mind, and write it deep down inside all the way into your gut. I want you to have the word vision as a part of you. And people had been hyping up 2020 as the year of vision. People were putting vision boards. They had things going on. They were putting all over their Instagram. People were posting 2020 vision. This is the year. So I want to know, what is your vision? What is your vision for your college success? What is your vision for your career success? I want to know what you were going to do this year in 2020 to make that vision come to place. I want to know your 2020 vision. And then I want to know what it's going to be like for you in 2024, 2025. I want you to imagine walking across the stage. I want you to imagine having your cap on. I want you to imagine having your gown on. I want you to imagine throwing your cap into the air, walking across the stage. I want you to imagine family members traveling all the way across the state to come see you walk the stage. I want you to imagine family members maybe coming from other parts of the country to come watch you graduate. I want you to imagine what it's going to be like, how proud your family is going to be like. How are you going to feel? Are you going to feel proud? What is it going to be like for you? So I want you to have that vision. I want you to imagine that right now. And I want to know what you're going to do right when you graduate. I want to know, are you going to go straight to college? One of my best friends, he didn't take any time off. He didn't take the summer off. He went straight to Texas A&M and he was working on his college degree. So I want to know what you are going to do. And then I want to know your vision for 2030. I want to know what it's going to be like when you have your career. What kind of family do you have? What kind of career do you have? What kind of vision do you have for 2030? What kind of house do you live in? What kind of income? What kind of paycheck do you receive? What kind of people are you helping? What kind of community groups are you a part of? What is your family like? What is your legacy in 2030, in 2040, in 2050? Because all of those things, 2024, it's going to happen. 4 years from now, it's going to be 2024. 10 years from now, it is going to be 2030. 20 years from now, it is going to be 2040. So all those are going to come. People may be saying that 2020 has been a tough year, but each and every day when I wake up in the morning, it's a new day. And so 2020 continues to come. The future continues to come. It is not taking a pause. It is not taking a break. 2020, the rest of this year is going to come. 2024 is going to come. 2030 is going to come. And what is your vision for all of those years. And so for me, one of the reasons I absolutely love Gear Up is I'll never forget how the vision of going to college came into my mind. The vision of going to college came into my heart. The vision of going to college came deep down inside of me. And it all happened because of Gear Up. And I remember taking my very first college trip. We didn't go to Baylor. We went to Texas A&M. And I remember we got on a bus. We drove from South Texas on a charter bus all the way to College Station, to Texas A&M. I remember driving up. I remember being on the bus and we drove up to the school and seeing the trees, seeing the students walking around, seeing the buildings. And I remember imagining, someday I want to go to a school like this. I remember having the vision planted deep inside of me that I am going to go to college. I remember having the vision that I wanted to go to class in buildings just like this. I wanted to live in dorms just like that. I wanted to go to football games just like that. I wanted to be like all of these college students, getting excited and ready for their future. And I'll always be grateful that Gear Up provided me that moment. See, no one in my family had ever gone to college. No one in my family was talking about college. No one in my family had that pursuit. And then I was a part of an organization called Gear Up, which, just like all of you guys, I was a Gear Up student and you guys are Gear Up students. And then Gear Up helped to raise the bar on my vision. Gear Up took me from having a vision that I was just going to school to now having a vision that it was all playing a part of me going to college. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to raise the bar. I want you to be involved in Gear Up so that way you can have everything that you do with Gear Up is going to help to put it in your mind that you are going to be college ready. Everything that you do with Gear Up is going to put it in your mind that you are going to be career ready and you are going to be successful in life. And so I want you to raise the bar. So there's a lot of people who just keep it right here. They keep doing what they can. They just taking day by day. They're just doing the normal bottom average thing. And I want you to raise that. I don't want you to be average. I want you to raise the bar even higher. And one of my favorite quotes is, be the change you wish to see in the world. See, I'm not sure about you, but I wanted the change to happen in my life. No one in my family, like I said, had ever been going to college. So I wanted to become the change. I wanted to see that in my family. I wanted to see that in all future generations. I wanted, my kids to look up and think and see me as a college graduate. I wanted my siblings to look up and see that their older brother had gone to college, and so they would follow. I wanted to be the change that I wanted to see in the world. It's like I said, no one had ever done it before, and so because of Gear Up, I became the change in my family. I became the change. So all future generations, they're going to have that as a new bar. I've raised the bar on the expectation in my family. And so that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to raise the bar. Raise the bar. I want you to be the change. And we want to celebrate your educational achievements as a part of National Gear Up Week. So what I want you to do is I want you to participate all week long. Every single thing that you guys have on the schedule for National Gear Up Week, I want you to participate because that is part of raising the bar. That is part of being the change. And so there's a lot of people that have already given up on 2020. There's a lot of people, like I said, they start off the year, it was 2020, the year of vision, and boom, the pandemic hits and people lost their vision. People didn't keep their vision going. People gave up on their vision and they stopped. So I've seen people post online on social media. They're posting videos saying that 2020 needs to be canceled, that 2020 needs to pause, that they need to quit on 2020. Well, I'm telling you that 2020 is going to continue to happen every single day. And it's up to you to make the decision that you are still going to have the best year, even in a pandemic. That you are still going to have the best year, even in a pandemic. That you're going to be college ready, even in a pandemic. That you're going to be career ready, even in a pandemic. And that you are going to be successful in life, even in a pandemic. And so I want to tell you guys about when I was in 9th grade, or I'll share that year that I got the vision of going to college when I was in 7th grade, that first year of Gear Up. I remember being so pumped and excited. It was also the first year that I ever got to play football. I'd been waiting to play football, but my mom would not let me join until finally in middle school I joined football. I remember putting the shoulder pads on. I put my helmet on. I'm flexing. I'm pumped up in the mirror. And I look and I tell myself, man, I'm a stud. But my coach, he saw it differently. My coach saw me. He said, son, you're slow. Son, you don't know where to go. And son, you're not very strong. And so he put me on the B team. And in that moment, I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up. But my coach, he looked at me and he said, son, don't be depressed. It's not where you start. It's where you finish. So I want you to go and put in the comments, I want you to write the word finish. You see, 2020 has been an incredibly difficult year, but it's not how you started 2020. It's how you finished 2020. It's not how you were doing in the past. I want you to take National Gear Up Week, and from here on out, boom, you are going to finish the year strong. See, I started off, I was weak, I was slow, but every single day I was working with my coach to gain the improvements athletically. Every single day, I started off as an average student when I was in 7th grade. And then by the end of 7th grade, I was getting closer to the front. By the time I get to freshman year of high school, I'm one of the top students. I'm one of the top athletes, all because I made the decision that I was not going to quit, but I was instead going to try to get better every single day. The same way we talked about before, how you are going to be the change. You can make the decision every single day that you're going to be the change, and you can improve every single day. And so that way we are celebrating all of your educational achievements. And that's what National Gear Up Week is all about. It's celebrating your educational achievements, and we want to celebrate you. We want to celebrate the decisions that you're making. We want to celebrate how you are going to have the best year, even in a pandemic. And so there I am, 9th grade. I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm faster. I'm now one of the leaders in the school, and I'm spending the entire summer at one of my best friend's house. And every single day we go from his house and we jog about 1 mile to another friend's house. We pick him up, and then all of us are jogging over to the school every single day. So that way we can continue that same process. We're trying to improve every single day. And we're going to have the best year. We're deciding freshman year is going to be the best year. When we get to high school, it's going to be the best year. And so that's what we had decided. And every single day we're running and we're doing just that. I see my grandfather outside of the school one day as we're running up. I tell the other guys to go forward. I walk into this restaurant that was across the street from the school where I see that my grandfather's truck is parked outside. I walk in. I think I'm going to surprise my grandfather. I'm going to show him how much bigger I've gotten. I'm going to show him how much stronger I've gotten. And I'm also hoping, because my grandfather would always give me ice cream. He'd always slide me a 20, even though he was a humble man that didn't have a lot of money. He would always just kind of help me out like that. And so I walk up to my grandfather. I surprise him. He looks at me with surprise, and then he tells me, he says, "Mijo, son, I've been looking for you. Mijo, son, I didn't know where you were. I've been looking for you all summer. Your mom is in jail, and she's going to be in jail for a long time." And I remember I went from being pumped and excited about that year to suddenly it felt like I was a balloon that had lost all the air. Like everything, I was just completely deflated. I had expected that day would come, but I just didn't know it was going to come in that moment. See, I knew that my mom was doing a lot of illegal things, and I was scared that it was going to catch up to her someday. I was trying to do good in school. I was trying to raise the bar on what we were doing in my family, but in that moment, it felt like everything, like I said, like a balloon that had just been deflated. I wanted to quit. But luckily that I had people around me that supported me, and I made a decision that I was not going to give up. I made a decision that I was going to try to continue to raise the bar. I made a decision that I was going to try to get better each and every single day. And so that year ended up being one of the most amazing years. Yes, it was also one of the most difficult years. Yes, it was tough because my family, they got split up. I was the oldest of 6, and so all the kids, we all got split up. I had to work with my grandfather. My grandfather did not get to retire. My grandfather had to stay working out in the hot sun. My grandfather was a field laborer, and so I would have to go work with him after school. Yes, it was difficult. Yes, it was hard, but I continued to persevere. I continued to overcome. I continued to raise the bar, and I continued to keep my vision in my mind, keep my vision in my heart, keep my vision deep down inside. And so what I want you guys to understand is that even though this year may be difficult, even though this year may have a lot of things changed, you could still have the best year even in a pandemic. I'm not trying to say that the pandemic is not something totally different from normal. I understand that it's more difficult. I understand this is hard. I understand that so much has changed, and I've personally had things change. I lost my grandmother during COVID. I had to watch my dad crying so hard over my grandmother's death. I had multiple family members that ended up in the hospital. This year has been hard, and I totally understand that. But I also know that you can have the best year even in a pandemic if you make the decision that you're going to have the best year. I believe that you can have the best year even in a pandemic as long as you continue to raise the bar, as long as you continue to have a vision, as long as you continue to be the change you wish to see in this world. See, right now, I believe that there's even more of a responsibility. Right now, we need you guys to be the change in the world so that way people can have hope. We need you to be the change in this world so that way people can see that students are still being college ready. Students are still having success. Students are still going to be career ready, all because we want to celebrate you. We know that you are going to achieve. We know that you are going to have that college success. And so we know that Gear Up works, and we know that we can help you. And so what I want you to do is I want you to I want to give away $100 to one of you guys. I want to support you guys. I want you guys to go and achieve your dreams and your goals and your vision. Region 12, they support you. Your high school, La Vega, they support you. Everyone supports you. And so what I want you to do is I want you to post all over Instagram. Do everything that they have for you. Everything that Miss Crow has for you. I want you to put it down on a sheet of paper. I want you to post it online. I want you to participate in everything you can. Because every single day when you participate, you're getting better. Every single day when you participate as a part of National Gear Up Week, it's putting it in your vision and it's making you hold on to it even stronger in your mind, in your heart, and all the way deep down inside. So what I want you to do is I want you to post every day. I want you to do everything that Ms. Crow asks you to do. And I want you to also tag me. And so my Instagram is at @JMedinaSpeaks. The national Instagram is at @EDPartnerships. And so what I want you to do is I want you to tag both of us, put #GearUpWorks, National Gear Up Week, and don't forget that without a vision, the students lose. And we know that you are not a loser; you are a winner. So you are going to have a vision. You're going to have determination. You're going to raise the bar. And so I'm so thankful to Ms. Crow. I'm so thankful to Principal Gibson and Dr. Carlisle. I'm so thankful for La Vega High School and over at Region 12 Gear Up with Ms. Anderson. I believe that all of you guys, like I said before, you're going to have a vision. You're going to be successful in your college, or you're going to have college success. You're going to have career success, and you're going to have life success. I want you to say it right now. I want you to write it down on a sheet of paper. I want you to write it down in your mind, and I want you to write it down in your heart that you are a champion. And don't forget, it's game time.